Shema kolenu Adonai Eloheinu, chus v'rachem aleinu. Hear our voices, eternal our God. Have compassion upon us. V'kabel barachamim uvratzon et tefillatenu, and accept with compassion and delight our prayer. Ki el shomea tefillot v'tachanunim ata, because you're a God who hears prayers and words of deep beseeching. Umilfanecha malkenu rekam al teshivenu, and from before you, O Sovereign, don't send us forth empty. Ki ata shomea tfilat amcha Yisrael barachamim, because you truly are one who hears the prayers of your people Israel with compassion. Baruch atah Adonai shomea tfilah, blessed are you Adonai, eternal one, who hears prayer. And the reason that I love this prayer so very much is that it says that we're asking God to hear our prayers, but then it says, don't send us forth empty. And that really doesn't have to do with hear our prayers, like what the content that God hears, but that there's something about being heard that leaves us full, and that we shouldn't go forth from this moment of prayer empty of hope or presence or heart. So I love this prayer very much. I certainly believe that God wouldn't be so ungracious as to have a true belief, that just like a good parent wouldn't say, I only have one real child, the others are kind of, I don't know, they kind of moved in. So, no, I think we have different names for God. And actually there's this beautiful midrash that says, a beautiful rabbinic teaching that says that when God spoke at Mount Sinai, everybody felt like God was speaking to them directly, that God was, so to speak, looking at them directly, and that when God spoke to each person in the way that they needed and could best comprehend it. So it wasn't even different religions, but that God had a sensibility to what each person could take in and what each person needed to take in. And I would just think that that goes beyond the individual and toward all peoples. That's what I believe. And I think that's a pretty basic Jewish belief. And we have a word for that, which is tikkun olam, mending the world. And there's also an idea of tikkun, repair of the soul. And that we're always in the process of, or we should be always in the process of caring for our souls and working to care for the world. And that if we don't do that, we're only fulfilling half of the covenant. That we have a relationship with God and we have a relationship with humanity. And to short either of those is not to fulfill our task as Jews. And I think that in different times in history, even within a single denomination or within a single movement, that there's been an emphasis one way or another, or individuals have different skills and or different abilities or spiritual yearnings one way or another. But to be that I think the goal is to achieve a balance and to work hard in both directions. My rabbi, Rabbi Shalman, who loved Martin Buber as well, Martin Buber said, don't think you can encounter God, the eternal thou, if you can't see another as thou. and that if we're not connected to people in a way that's authentic, there's no way to have an authentic relationship with God. And that we are blessed by a relationship with God, and then we're mandated to go out into the world. So I think that's very important when we talk about Judaism. Do you mind if we put the Torah away before we keep talking? I feel a little uncomfortable just leaving the Torah out.
Just how can I help you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to hold the Torah up, and if you would put the belt, the chagoret, right here.
Chagoret?
Chagoret, yeah, it means belt.
Belt. I don't have the char.
That wasn't bad.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to sit with the Torah now.
Okay.
And if you'll take the mantle, and it's like dressing a child.
Let's see how this is open here.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Good.
There. Oh, I feel very privileged to be able to do this.
There we go.
How was that?
It's fine.
Now we have the...
Now we have the breastplate, which is over here. And you know, in ancient times, the Kohanim, the priests, used to wear all this finery. And we don't have anything like hereditary priests or anything like that. We still have people who are called Kohen or Kohanim or Cats. But we dress the Torah in the finery now. Okay, now we need the yad, the pointer, which is over there, which had we chanted from the Torah, we would have used the pointer because we never put our fingers on the scroll. So you can put that here. And now we want to put the rimonim right here.
There's birds on the top.
You know, this is a kind of funny thing. In every country you have symbols that are unique to the country, and someone, whoever made this, put American eagles on top of these. And this year celebrates actually the 350th year that Jews have been in the United States. And we didn't used to put these particular rimonim on this Torah, and one of the students who'd become bar mitzvah said, "I want the one with the eagles," and we never switched back. But it's the other one doesn't have eagles. It's missing actually a Jewish star, but it's more traditional looking.
Okay. And so the priests used to actually wear the breastplates.
Mm-hmm. And there's all sorts of symbolism on them. The lions of Judah. The menorah is the oldest Jewish symbol. This has a crown, which means the crown of Torah, that really learning is the highest crown. And this has the 10 Commandments. So these are different ancient symbols.
Thank you for opening that and explaining it to us, and all the grace.
You're welcome.